Und ist es proper? Ja, ja, kurz. Filmaufnahme ist, ja, Logo, hat er doch mir gezeigt. Fucking idiot. The world is full of fools, and I'm one of them.
Das kenne ich noch nicht.
The world is full of fools, and I'm one of them. So, we control
everything.
93%, this looks good, and I can see the clocks running. And I've got you in the background, so yeah. Fucking idiot. Sorry, it's me. So, Harry Hirschmann.
Yes, sir.
How did you get the job with Kevin?
Oh, I really don't know. I think it was a connection from Werner Steinhauser, the drummer, long-year drummer from Kevin. He invited me to open the music school, I guess, something like this. Yeah.
And your first gig with Kevin was?
I think it was really the opening of the music school from Werner Steinhauser.
Kevin played?
So Kevin made some songs and I had to join them with Kylie and Werner. Yeah,
sure.
That's what it is.
Improvisation?
Yeah, I think so. It's a long time ago, I'm an old man, so my memory is gone.
Too much rock and roll?
Yeah. No, but I think it was in the opening for music school, very nice little fest.
And after this, on tour with Kevin?
Yeah, there are some shows. Yeah. He also played with other bass players too, if he traveled to America or USA or to England. Robert played a lot of gigs also, but it's coming more and more gigs, and we had a nice time, good time.
So your job was the bass player?
I was a bass player, and sometimes I played the fool. Sometimes I played the fool.
The fool?
Fool, as well.
What's the fool?
The fool. Speak proper English. The fool.
Fool?
Narr.
Yeah, fool.
Yeah.
Fool.
I play the bass and sometimes I play the fool.
The world is full of fools. How did you play the fool?
That's from, I guess, from Ringo Starr and the BBC records. That's what they say when they talk about the Beatles. I'm George Harrison, I play guitar and sometimes I play the fool. You should listen to this record.
So how do you play the fool then?
No, we had a nice time. Iceland.
Iceland, you were telling me just now. A nice story from Iceland.
From Iceland? That's what I wanted to tell you.
Yeah, well tell me now, man. The camera's rolling.
It was...
Now's the time to tell me.
Now I tell you. I forgot it. I'm sorry. No, it was because we're talking about a ferry through the Atlantic. So once we had to play in, I guess it was Leeds, North England.
Oh, in the hut?
And we came, I don't know this.
There's one that we used to play there was a guy with loads of money and he had a little hut on his big estate.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm sorry.
We
played it for it was I think it was Leeds.
Yeah.
So we've been late we arrived and we couldn't take the plane anymore because of the sickness, the disease of Kevin.
The breathing.
The lung.
So the airplane was in need oxygen.
Yeah, I used to travel with him, that's another story, but this was behind us, he couldn't fly anymore, so we took the truck, the lorry and the van, and we had to go with the ferry from Ostende to Dover, I guess. And we had so we traveled on and the sea was really rough. And I never forget I'm getting a little bit sick, and I thought, oh, maybe I have to puke. Werner, and the rest of the band also looked a little strange, everybody,
Like it's rocking a ball.
Yeah, it was incredible. The captain said, he said, "Oh, sorry guys, we can't go to Dover. We have to stay in the middle of the channel." So, and I said, "Oh, green in the face and everything." And there was one guy sitting inside in the restaurant, just French fries and guys, what's about you? It was Kevin. He was already really sick, but he didn't mind, not at all. Of this, of the sea, and so then I was green and said, oh, fucking. So, no, that was typical Kevin. And he was very amused about our green faces.
There was always lots of laughs in the van, anywhere. Humour was a big part of the show.
But
humour was a big part of the show, not just the show, but the tour.
But you know, Kevin, he was a very intelligent and well-educated guy. You could talk with him about everything, music, politics, everything, and also maybe some people he called me maybe a little bit left-winged also, but there was always big discussion about something. So really for hours, and he really could fight and it was getting very loud, shout on you, Harry, what is this, blah, blah, blah. But it was always a fun, at least.
It was striking.
Streiten, yeah, really.
Argue.
It was really sometimes really, it could be very
passionate,
loud sometimes. It could be very loud. A lot of temperament.
And this, of course, on the tour, you got a lot of time to go, so never boredom.
Never what?
Boredom. Langeweile.
No, never boring. Never. No.
And of course, each show that I witnessed, there's never two shows the same.
Never.
So we're on tour?
Never. He always wanted us to be fresh.
And on edge. Yeah. You're always on edge as well, knowing something could change.
Yeah. Sometimes it happened also, I remember we played a song in a completely different key, accidentally, because we didn't just start it. And he every other thing I would kill you about this, because it's for the voice. He just loved it about it. He made his own stuff from this situation. That's Kevin.
So how would you describe him? How could you describe him in as fewer words or as many words as you've got?
Yeah, music, very...
You're talking music now?
Musical, well-educated, intelligent. He always watched everything. Yeah. Very nice guy. With a lot of power.
And the final question is, how did it end?
The relationship, it was a bit tragedy, because I think the German band he had in this time, with Andy Blümer on guitar, Werner and me, was a really good one. We come close together, being on tour, always traveling the van with guys like Werner and Andy. So I liked it very much. It was getting familiar, and I think also musically it was very good. And there was a progress a little bit, I guess. So it was very sad when it was that he got sick, so sick, and stopped. And we had the question what to do. Some people said, how can you go on tour with a guy like this? But we said, should we stay at home? He was kicking his whole life, so no question. He has to go on. It was incredible with his oxygen tubes in the nose, and he got more power than all this fucking pop shit you listen to tape. Yeah. So
even towards the end, he still had the power, the voice was still there?
There's a record, you have to ask Werner, a bootleg. They made from the last concert in Hamburg, Stadtpark, I don't...
Yeah, the restaurant there, the good guy.
Yeah.
He does the stones and that shit. Fucking takes care of you, treats you like kings and queens.
Yeah.
And you're well looked after by him.
He was really... It was a favorite venue from us. Yeah. So that was the last gig, in fact. Yeah. So, and he really, and it was always, we liked this venue, and he was really on the top. And the last gig was, I already had the truck, I always came with the van.
So you were the driver then?
We had drivers before, but they drove very bad sometimes, also a question of money. So Werner and me, we said we going to drive. I like to drive, and also, so we did it by ourselves. But on my way to Kevin, there was where we borrowed the rent a car. So I take the van, and I was on the way to Werner when he gave me the call. We don't play tonight in Vienna. It was Vienna. we don't play tonight, Kevin just died. So it was very sad because on the van on the other side, the week before we played in Hamburg, Kevin ate ice cream, and yet his behavior was not always the best. So the whole window and everything was still full of ice cream and everything. So now I'm laughing about, but at this moment it was very sad. I remember I got the message and I looked there and hey. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Anything else to add? Anything when you get
it would million of stories, but not.
Well, just one.
No,
one.
It's okay.
One. Come on, man. One more story.
No, I don't. Es fällt mir nichts ein. Yeah, he could be very angry sometimes. And once we got to a hotel at the times without navigation systems, Google Maps. So we went in East Germany in a hotel and we went there, young girl, in the reception. We said, well, Kevin Coyne band. No, there's no Kevin Coyne band. Oh, there is a Kevin, we are here, blah, blah, blah. And he was very tired, and so he got really angry and started yelling and crying. You have to, we here, Kevin Coyne, blah, 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 blah. A little girl, but he was really tough. He said, no, please don't cry. I call the police. You're not here in this hotel.
You're not on the list, you're not going
At
in.
least she was right. We took the wrong hotel, in the hotel beside. But I remember when he really was yelling and crying, fucking hotel. That was typical story, what happened every day. Yeah.
The crazy world of rock and roll, and especially the extra crazy world of Kevin.
Genau.
Thank you very much, sir.
Cut!
Kaputt! Fucking kaputt now. We can't edit that. Have to edit that bit out, won't we?
So
now I know my motto. I have to. What do I have to press? I think I have to push this one. Yeah. I think that went well. Oh, yeah. No, it's still running. Hold up, it's still recording.